Hello everyone, this is Kay of Kayreneesgarden. Come along with me and walk on out to the garden. As you can see, I am out here getting some work done. I finally got the garden beds, you guys. But wait till you see the amazing deal I got on these garden beds. It was really a great deal. Anyway, I got 5 new garden beds. One of the sets came in a set of 3. So it's labeled A, B, and C, and that's the price, y'all. Y'all see that for 3 garden beds? Yes. And then the other set, they only had 2. It was 1 missing, so you know, I just got the other 2 at a discounted price. So got a wonderful deal. And so remember, I was telling you guys that I was going to go ahead and move my collard trees over. So I do have some stakes. We decided that we were going to leave the purple collard trees in that garden bed because they are super tall and those roots are embedded. Now my blue collards, I do know that they will do well when being moved around. I have not moved around those purple collards. They've been in that garden bed since I got them. So since they're so big and they're doing so well, I don't want to damage them. So what I decided to do was just take the smaller collard trees, the blue collards, out of that garden bed since they're still relatively small, and put them in the new garden bed, because ultimately all the collards and kale and everything is going to be moved to the other side of the garden where it gets less sun, because as you know, this is a cool weather crop. So I have the 3 blue collard plants in this garden bed here. So I'm going to take those out, and then these tree collard cuttings that are over here, I have a purple and a blue. I'm going to leave them right there for now until they actually really get going, get a lot of foliage on it. Then I'll move those somewhere else to another garden bed. But look how tall these purple collard trees are. So there's no way I'm going to move them. I was going to, but I said, you know what, let me leave those trees alone. So got those 2 large stakes, and we're going to get those staked up in there. So now I have to fill up this garden bed. So I put some leaves, some chicken bedding at the bottom. I put compost, I put soil. I put all the things in there to get it filled up, you guys. So this is the chicken bedding. I had a big, large bin. So yeah. So I know that the soil level will drop eventually, but right now I'm just going to fill this up, get this going, get my collard trees in there, and then I'll bring you back once I get the collard trees in there so you can see how they're looking. I know they're going to suffer just a little bit of root shock, but they're going to be all right. So I got my collard trees all planted and staked up. So they're looking good right now. I got it watered in really good. I put some Epsom salt around it. I had to sift all that soil because I did have some soil from some old containers, and the new soil. So with these little sticks that come in the soil, I'm going to use that as mulch. So now that these babies are all planted in, now I'm going to be planting around them. So I went to Walmart and I found this the bulbs of elephant garlic. I do this all the time. I love getting the elephant garlic, and plus it's cheaper to get it from Walmart. And I just plant them up. So I'm going to be popping these in, and look, those bulbs are nice and big. There are a couple of small ones, but for the most part they're big, and I love my elephant garlic. It's more of a mild flavor, but still enjoyable. So anyway, I'm going to get these all potted up. So I'm just going to be digging a small hole, and then I'm going to plant the garlic with the pointed end facing upward. Sorry you guys, I'm actually working with one hand because I forgot my tripod in the house, and so didn't want to go back in there to get it. So what I'm doing is planting my garlic in between and around my collard trees. I'm spacing it out though, because you want to give that garlic room, especially elephant garlic, because they get big. So you want to give them a little bit of space. But most likely I'll put some other garlic cloves out here as well. Just not today. All right, so I'm getting ready to plant that last garlic clove, and then we're going to be done with this garden bed. It's looking pretty nice right now. So, all done, you guys. But look at my potato plants though. They're starting to put on a little bit of foliage in there. You see that? Those are my potato plants, the one that I had sitting on my counter forever. So over here, I noticed that I had some ginger and the leaves were dying off. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get this ginger out of this pot. I mean, it's embedded in there, you guys. It's been in there for so long. But it looks like it's some nice ginger in there. Hopefully I'll be able to get this ginger out without breaking it. So I may have to put this phone down and get this ginger out of here. We'll see you guys. Darn it, I broke a piece. I'm going to try to dig around it so that I won't damage it anymore. We'll see you guys. All right, got it out of there. So look at those nice pieces of ginger. So I'm going to get these cleaned up, going to cut all those roots off of them, and I'm going to set them in my shed so that they'll be able to cure. Ginger will grow in anything, you guys. This is only a 1-gallon container. So I got it all cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my little air dryer in the shed and let it cure. And then once it cures, I will go ahead and put it in the freezer so I can use it for whatever I decide, cooking, teas, whatever. It's also time for me to clean off my patio. As you can see, I have leaves and soil and all the things over here. I need to go ahead and break down my green stalk because I'm not using it at this time. So this soil here, look at how this soil is looking. It's looking really good. This was where I pulled, I can't remember what I had planted in there. I think peppers or something. And I went ahead and just amended the soil with table scraps and all the things. But look at how much the pink lemonade blueberry has budded. It has buds all over it. So I'm excited about this joker. That one still needs some pruning to be done. And this one right here is already getting blueberry flowers. So I'm excited about the blueberries as always, because I can never have too many blueberries. But anyway, I have to get this patio cleaned off. So now I went ahead and swept off the patio. I broke down the green stalk. I took the soil from the green stalk and sifted that soil so that I can use that for one of those other garden beds. So I still have to stake up my purple collard trees. As you can see, I'm rinsing out all these little tiers here and letting them dry out a bit before I stack them. So that's going to be sitting on the grass until I am done with that. Yeah, there is definitely work that needs to be done. I'm moving plants. All these plants have to be moved. So what's going to happen is when I add the other garden bed, I'm going to be moving all of the kale that you see all intertwined in there. That's going to be moved to this one side as well in the garden bed. So most likely I'm going to top those plants just a little bit once I get them in there. So that's what I'm going to be working on, you guys. I probably won't get that part done till this weekend though. Since I got this one garden bed done, I'm going to see how these collard trees do. And I know they'll do fine. But anyway, I have to get all this stuff cleaned off. I love the idea of having containers and everything like that because you can move them around, but I also want the garden to be just a little bit more organized. So I'm sure I'm still going to have some containers out here because you know I can never have enough plants. So But yeah, as long as it's organized a bit more. And as you can see on the goji berry, remember that it had gotten a fungus again. So what I'm learning about this baby here is that it likes to dry out completely, kind of like herbs do. They do not like a lot of water. So I have to be mindful of my watering, make sure that I'm not putting too much water on her. So she's getting new foliage, so I'm excited about that. The soil level is dropping, so I'm going to have to bring that up a bit. This one is my cherry tree. It's starting to bud up a little bit, so the foliage will start coming on soon. At the bottom, it has a couple of leaves, and so just waiting for more foliage to come on this joker. But as you saw at the bottom, there's onions in that pot as well. So I have my lime tree over here. My mango is in the ground. So I haven't decided what else I'm going to put next to it. I've been doing research. Those pots over there have to go. They were just sitting over there, kind of like storage. So that's actually a dog run back there. So I'll probably move them back there. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and top off this bed now that I finally got the purple collard trees staked up. So these are getting, I think I'm going to stake that one up, but some of these branches are being cut. And then what I'm going to do is take cuttings from those and I'm going to pop those in the dirt as well. So now this bed is done. It's been topped off, got some nutrients. I added my cuttings in there. And I know the cuttings are leaning over and I left a couple of leaves on. Typically, you're supposed to take all the foliage off and it should just be the cutting. However, that is what lets me know that it's still doing well. If I see a nice green crisp leaf on there, then I know it's still alive. So that's why I leave the leaf on there, and the other couple of cuttings have been successful that way, and they're starting to put on new foliage. So I'm going to keep doing it the same way. So anyway, I have you see everything has been cleared out since I moved those branches that were leaning over into the garden. You see how clear that looks now? So anyway, I have 3 pots back there with 4 that have soil and everything. So those pots are going to be going. I will be sifting the soil from those containers as well and using those for something else. So I put some sage over there now. So those were moved. Put sage over there. I have 2 lemon verbena plants. And so, yeah. So that is what's going on over there. So now I just have to get over here and move these containers out of the way and get another garden bed over there and start planting up that kale. See, it looks so nice and clear now. This side of the garden still gets quite a bit of sun. It's just not harsh on my cool weather crop. So I'm going to be moving those plants on over. Once I get the garden bed in here and get the kale moved over, they'll just move over to the other bench. So most of my containers will probably be in the middle over there, but around these edges, it's going to be the garden beds. Yeah, because it just looks neater. It looks neater, and plus I can plant other things in those garden beds as well. And I just, like I said, want it to be more organized. So it looks like the one in the middle is suffering a little bit of root shock. It's drooping a little bit, but it'll be fine after about 3 days. So everything on this side is nice and open now. It looks clear and clean. And yeah, so still got more work to do, but I've been out here for 6 hours, so I think I'm going to call it done here. I went ahead and cut back my celery. I cut it all the way back to the base there. So anyway, you guys, that's all I got. Got a lot done today. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you watching and listening to me ramble. I will see you guys next time in the garden. Bye, everyone.